Hey, what is going on, everybody? Jerma here with some Blacklight Retribution. The first Blacklight Retribution video on this channel. Not sure if it's going to be the last or not, but we will see as time goes. I actually just recently installed this game. I didn't really catch on to it when it released a little while ago, but it's very, very fun. This is not a game that I would consider to be the best first-person shooter I've ever played in my life, but it is definitely very, very fun, very, very action-oriented. And if you're noticing on the screen, before I really get into the loadout, because I mean, I'm not really that sure of a lot of the game mechanics, because like I said, I just sort of installed this game not that long ago, and I only really have maybe 5 hours into the game, maybe total. So I unlocked this gun, and the way that unlockables work in this game, it's actually very, very confusing at first, and again, pretty much how it works is you have to buy either with in-game currency, or out-of-game currency, which is actual real money. You have to buy these guns, and they only last for a certain amount of time. I think this gun has 1 day on it before I can not use it anymore, unless I want to buy more time with it. It's a little confusing. I'm not sure if there's any way you can permanently purchase an item or not, but if you can, then that's something I have not really figured out yet. But what I want to bring up in this game, it's actually a very, very good discussion to have with you guys. It is how to stop hackers from taking over your game. Now, this is... I guess I could go in a million different directions with this, but I want to cover on the legal, free hacks that every single person gets in this game. It's actually a major, major part of the game mechanic. So if you see right there, I just touched my face and instantly could see through all the walls. It kind of reminds me of, if you ever played Perfect Dark, that gun where you could see everybody's silhouettes through walls and you could shoot through walls. You cannot shoot through walls in this game, but oh, watch this like fail hack right here. I really had no idea what I was even doing. I just was like, just a hack, I just do this button, whatever. But that's besides the point there. So, legal free hacks. That's the discussion of this video. And when you give it to everybody, what are the consequences of doing this? And what does it actually achieve? So let's go from the very beginning here. When a game comes out, there's always going to be hackers. There's always going to be people that get some way to exploit the code. They come out with all kinds of different things where they can, oh, here's like auto-aim, here's wall hacks, here's super secret butthead hack, whatever you have for hacks. So a company like this that decides to come out with a game that just includes hacks for everybody, it almost makes it so even if you got a wall hack for this game, it wouldn't even be necessary because you can do that anyways. And I feel like that's a very, very good way to deter anybody from hacking the game to begin with. Because when you hack a game, you're doing it because you're trying to get an advantage on people. An unfair advantage, and that's something that companies, since back in like the mid-90s when PC gaming really took off in the first place, they've been trying to combat this for so long. And you could go back to when DRM first came out, the bad DRM, the one where it was like, if you are not connected to the internet at 24/7, then we're gonna come to your house and slam your head off your desk. It gets kind of ridiculous, especially when they introduce stuff like that, or you can only install the game in 1 or 2 different places, but it's almost necessary now because these companies are so scared of piracy, of hackers, of all these bad things that could plague a game community that they freak out sometimes. Like, look at Diablo 3. Diablo 3 has a constant connection, and it's technically a single-player game. Now, I mean, we could go off on... I could talk about this for the entire day, but let's get back to Blacklight and how free hacks make no hacks. So let's say you load up Blacklight Retribution. You turn it on, you get your hacks ready, you get auto-aim or auto-bot or whatever it is. Auto-bot. That's from the Transformers, right? Well, let's say you, like, get Optimus Prime to, like, come down to your house and sit down and, like, play games with you. No, so let's say you load up your auto-aim. You load up Blacklight, you get into a game, you get into a lobby, and you play the game. Even if you have it enabled and you're killing people with auto-aim, people can see you through walls. So you still can't get that 200-0 KD game or that 95-2 KD game because people can come up behind you that you can't see and will still kill you. Now, this is not to say that nobody will ever hack Blacklight Retribution. No, there's probably people right now in the lobby shooting a million people and killing people with hacks. But the point of this video is to talk about the potential deterrence that this could have to a hacker or to somebody that wants to cheat in the game. And just basically in general, that if a game is fun, a game has great mechanics, a game is interesting, it has a great community, not very many people are going to hack it, and I see that a lot in Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 has a very good community behind it, and you run into a hacker every now and then, but it's pretty rare. In the over 5 years that I've played Team Fortress 2, I really think I've only come across maybe 3 hackers in the entire time I've played the game. Now, translate that to another one of these big titles that is plagued with hackers, and you start to see the correlation. Some of these games have huge, massive mainstream audiences, which of course there's more of a pool for hackers, and a game like Team Fortress, of course, has a lot less players, but they're much more close-knit. And I think it's all about that, guys. It's all about love. It's all about community, because if you know the guy next to you, do you want to hack him? I mean, not really. I mean, if you don't know the guy 5 doors down the street, do you care if you hack that guy? Probably not. Now, I don't want to get into a discussion where we're talking about which gaming community is the best, because every gaming community really has its ups and its downs. So no real community is the best. There are always going to be new ones popping up every now and then, and they're good to be a part of all of them. But I just wanted to make this video to kind of get a discussion going. I'd like to see what you guys have to say, some of your thoughts. If you have any points to make, please, by all means, put it in the comment section. I would love to read them, as would a lot of the other people that are watching this video right now as well. So please, let me know what you think. And also, before this video is over, I didn't even, talk about how this is free. This game is free to play. You can go download it through Steam right now, which I highly suggest you do. Even if you only play this game for an hour or two, you didn't have to pay for it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? And I always forget about that when it comes to free-to-play games. Even if you don't like it, you can just uninstall it and pretend like it never happened, right? And I really am feeling like this game is starting to catch on with me. I love the gunplay, I like the mechanics, I like the wall hacks. It's a lot of fun. And I did say in the very beginning that this was not the best FPS I've ever played before, but it is very good. So hopefully you guys check this game out, and with that is going to wrap up the video. Thank you all so much for watching, I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys all next time, and take care, everybody.